Whatever they want to do.
Okay. Flip these name cards here.
Oh, my bad. My dyslexia kicked in. I thought I was Arthur Kaluma here for a second.
That's all right. Okay, Coach Tang has joined us a little early. We'll have the players join us momentarily. But we'll ask Coach Tang to go ahead and get things started with some general comments about the game.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. God's been doing a really special thing with every one of these young men as they limp up here. Right? He's done such incredible things in all these guys' lives. I'm most proud this year of how much they've all matured as men and how much their care factor for each other has grown. And I thought in the second half that showed in the way they played.
Okay, we remind you, if you've got a question, please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless microphone to you. Please state your name and affiliation.
Eric Henry, 24/7 Sports. Coach, question for you, Coach. You played this team about a month ago down in Austin, and Dylan Dessou had 20 points. What was the game plan coming in tonight to really kind of limit Dessou and his effectiveness?
You know, I don't know that we limited Dylan Dessou. I think he got in foul trouble, and so he didn't get to play as many minutes. He only played 22 minutes this game. We did have, he's a first-team all-conference guy, so obviously there was a lot of attention paid to him there. But, it's just sometimes foul trouble causes that for a young man.
Over here on the left on the front row.
Question for both players. Day-Day Ames comes in, gives you an electric second half. How much of a boost was that for you guys?
Who would you like to answer that first? And please give us your affiliation again. Okay.
No, Day-Day's been huge for us, even in practice. He's just always had that dog in him. And for him to come out here and, perform on a big stage, I'm super proud of my guy. It's just the tip of the iceberg for a really good player.
Everybody knows how I feel about Day-Day. Super proud of him. And like Art just said, it's just the tip of the iceberg for him to play in his first Big 12 tournament game and to have 0 turnovers. Like, you don't get that from a freshman too many times. And for him to stay poised the way he did, couldn't be more proud of him.
Question here on the left on the second row.
David Smale, Field Level Media. For either of the players, doesn't matter which one, just talk about the start of the second half. You scored the first 7, and you were in the game the rest of the way. Just talk about that.
Just going in the locker room and Coach Tang telling us that we got to get back to being us. The biggest thing coming into us, we knew we didn't want to beat ourselves. And so just getting back to being grit and grimy and coming out and just playing harder than them. And we think we let them get away in the first half by them playing harder than us, and that's just not who we are. We're not going to out-talent anybody. So we got to be the hardest working team and the hardest playing team. And we had to get back to that in the second half.
Okay, we're on the left here in the front row.
Scott Fritchen, Kansas State. Guys, I was just curious if you could put into words just the emotions you guys are feeling right now coming off that big win.
It's not done. It's not done yet. It's not over. We still got games to win. But I'm glad that we got this one out of the way. But we're just focused on to the next game.
Did you want Tylor to answer too?
Biggest one is tomorrow. You get to enjoy this one for the next couple hours, and then we got the number 17 team in the country on the same floor as us. So we got to respect them just like we did when they came to Kansas a couple of days ago. And so we got to bring the fight to them.
Okay, we're back here on the second row.
Coach, just talk about Iowa State. With they're rested tonight, you guys have a quick turnaround talking about what you're expecting tomorrow against Iowa State.
I'm going to go and just enjoy this with the guys for a few minutes, and then we'll lock in on Iowa State. Obviously, they've had a great year. They're going to probably be a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament, and one of the best defensive teams in our league. So, and they pride themselves on all the things that we pride ourselves on too. So, just TJ does a great job with his program. So, I'm just happy we get a chance.
Here, front row.
Yeah, Kelly Chubnett, Kansas City Star again. Jerome, in what areas have you seen Day-Day improve the most, since he first got here on campus to now he's playing more like a sophomore than a freshman?
In all areas, right? He's learning how to, play with pace, and not just one speed. Today in transition, I saw him look up and see numbers and pull it back, and it ended up getting us an easy bucket because he didn't just go attack 1-on-2. So you see growth every day in him. I'm just really proud of him. The thing I know is that he's not afraid. Like he's never afraid, and that's what I love about him.
We're going to go on here on about the fifth row back, and then we'll come back to the front.
Sam McDowell, Kansas City Star. Jerome, just wonder if you could speak to the defensive effort in the second half. Was that part of the halftime message, and just generally speaking, or was there some specifics that you really thought the guys locked in on?
Well, I thought Coach Malachi put a great game plan together on what we wanted to do to be able to slow them down. And in the first half, I didn't think that we were executing it the way we needed to. I just told the guys the team that was beating us was in our locker room. It wasn't the dudes on the other side. And if we could get the team, get ourselves out of our own way, then we would have a chance in the second half, and they did it. And so.
Let's go to the TV platform in the back, and then we'll come back to the front.
Coach Glenn Kinley, KSNT 27 News. I'm curious, you had a hug with Brett Yormark as you were going to the tunnel. Was there anything said in that moment, or what did it mean just for him to acknowledge that you guys got a big win?
Yeah, no, it means a lot. We have a great commissioner who is, man, he's on it, right? Like he is very in tune with what's going on across the country with athletic-wise and, and then what we need to help our conference not just be the best conference in the country, but be, because, there's a saying, like, you don't just want to be better than everybody else, you want to be one that stands alone. And I believe we can have a conference that stands alone, and he's the kind of leader that can get us there. And so the fact that he's so personable and so forward-thinking, it means a lot.
You had quite the moment with Jerome heading to the locker room there. You guys were both fired up. Just curious what that guy means to you, and what were the emotions in that moment?
It's like my big brother. He's the reason that I'm here, him and Coach Tang. And, I know he wants this moment, just as much as I do and the rest of our team do. And I couldn't be more thankful for that guy. I don't tell him enough, but, I couldn't be more thankful for him for what he's done in my life. And we have a big brother, little brother relationship. And I'm just blessed to be in his presence because nobody has no clue the stuff he does behind the scenes and the type of coach he is. And I know he's always on his phone and putting it on social media, but nobody really knows what he's doing. And so, I'm blessed to have somebody like that in my life, and that's a long time person I can call.
I believe we got one here in the front row.
Yeah, Scott Fritchen, Kansas State again. For each of the three of you, I was wondering if you could put in the words exactly what the crowd was like tonight. It seemed like there was a good turnout of Kansas State contention out there.
You want Coach to go first?
No, I want the players to go first.
Okay.
Felt like we was playing at a home game. You know what I'm saying? We in KC. Everybody came through, and it's just love from the fans. I'm glad they was able to come out and support us today.
We need them. Got the best fans in the world, and I truly believe that. And when they ride with us, I feel like we're invincible. So we need them just as much as they want to see us play. We appreciate them so much. So hopefully they in here again tomorrow and get us going again.
Yeah, I'd like to tell them to, go buy up those tickets that people are getting rid of, and come support us tomorrow because we really need you.
Got another one here in front row.
Kelly Shepnut, Kansas City Star. One more for you, Jerome. You said you wanted this game to be a rock fight, but then you score 49 points in the second half. Just how fulfilling is that, when the initial game plan isn't there, you find another way to win?
Yeah, no, it was great, but I still think, in the second half, they shot 29% from two and 27% from three, and then we got to the free throw line, and to me, we had more paint points than they did. That was what I wanted to see, and it helps when some shots go in, but, I thought us living in the paint was the kind of grittiness I was looking for.
Okay, we got time for two more. Let's go over here to the left.
Arnie Green from Topeka Capital Journal. 2 turnovers in the second half. What was it you did so well in the second half?
guard.
I stopped turning the ball over.
Amen.
One more. Anybody want it? Okay, Coach.
There we go. Go
Thank you very
Cats.
much.
God bless.
All right, you bet. Good luck to you. You bet. All right, Coach, thanks.